week's episode of the KG&A podcast. My name is Kevin. I am the K.
Hello, as always, I'm Jay.
And together we are the KG&A podcast. Who's the A this week?
The 80's.
The 80's. Get it? Thanks for being here all week.
That's right. You can find us at your nearest podcasting site.
Podcasting. Just go on the internet. That's where everybody else lives anyways.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So this week, we found just one little, those little stupid things that Facebook likes to spit at you, where they're just like, hey, if you could have, for these foods, which one of these foods, would you have to throw away? Or something similar to that. Like, they do it with foods, they do it with movies, they do it with
TV show,
any of that.
Yeah.
Well, I saw one a friend shared with me, and it said, choose 5 80s movies and the rest will perish. And we're going to post these. We'll probably end up posting it on our socials and I'm going to try and put it on the card for this episode. But it's just a shitload of 80s movies. And I was like, you know what? We could probably fill a solid half hour of discussing just these movies.
Because there's a lot of good ones on here. And
there's a lot.
And I can't just see myself choosing 5.
Yeah, and that's why it's difficult. That's why we got to have the discussion.
Okay.
I haven't even, honestly, I showed this to you and I said we could do an episode. And you said, yeah, you're right. Have not looked at it since.
I've looked at it a couple of times and I'm still like, I don't know what to get rid of.
Well, I intentionally...
Well, no, I can't. No, I'm not going to say that. There's maybe a row that I could probably get rid of.
I intentionally have not looked at it because I want the, looking through it and discussing shit with you, on the fly.
Okay.
So I haven't even looked, haven't decided what 5 I need to pick.
Oh, no, I do not have a 5. Because, once again, there are too many good films on there.
There are too many good films. That's fine. But you got to think about the films that have the moments that you're like,
yeah,
is that a moment that clicks with me? Is it one that is integral to society? For example, okay, just glancing on here, okay. E.T. Okay, E.T. Now, was it a quality film? You could say, oh, Drew Barrymore.
It's a Spielberg film. The puppet for E.T. was really well made, honestly.
Yeah.
The action sequences, though few and far between, were decent and interesting considering the time that it came out.
Yeah.
And like you said, Drew Barrymore and Spielberg.
Yeah. But I'm also thinking, I'm thinking about I'm looking at these movies and I'm thinking, okay, did they have those moments that clicked Elliot?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a fucking line. The riding the bike across the moon.
Oh yeah.
That's Touchstone and fucking
yeah.
A lot of shit. These are integral moments, but are these moments enough to say I couldn't live without this? Yeah, without E.T. See, and that's why we're having the discussion.
Okay, fair enough.
That's why we're having the discussion. So okay.
Where do you want to start? Where do you want to start?
All right, I'm just gonna start top left and work my way down.
Okay.
So we're gonna say Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club. Good old Apatow.
Yeah, good old Apatow. It's got so many parts, him walking on the football field, and he's got he wins because
the dancing through the halls.
Yes, the dancing through the halls. The we're supposed to be working on shit, but then there's the one girl. I just remember her doing the dandruff.
Oh,
the dandruff on the paper to make snow or whatever.
A lot of those guys. Well, not a lot of those guys, but a couple of those guys ended up being in Weird Science too.
Yeah, so, because that was a whole section of time. Speaking of which, Weird Science is also on there.
That could not be made today.
No, Weird Science could not be made today. It is way too much. But Breakfast Club, scenes that stand out in my head are this was one of the beginning or one of the mainstays when it comes to the nerd was able to open up and the jock was able to dumb it down a little bit. Yeah. And the bad boy, he has a heart of gold. He gets to chill with the popular chick now. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean that's really Judd Apatow's style though. That's his whole thing.
But at the time, right, we didn't know his style fully. It was just oh, look at this guy. He's a bad boy, but he's got a heart of gold.
Would you say that warrants keeping it on the list, though?
That's the discussion because I have no idea yet. Clean, sparkle, sparkle.
Speaking of the clean, sparkle, sparkle, and for tonight, we are drinking a limited edition blackberry Crown Royal.
And it is thebomb.com with some lemonade. This man here is a mixologist, if ever there was one.
On the low.
Oh my gosh. And I was like, what would make this a little bit better if it wasn't the fake lemonade? And he's like, oh yeah, some real lemonade, maybe a slice of lemon, little blackberry for garnish. Let me tell you, my opinion, fuck garnish.
Fucking garnish.
Fuck garnish. I don't need no extra. Like, you don't need to give me a plate of shit and be like, look, I put like a green leaf of spinach on top for garnish. I'm not going to eat the spinach. Are you going to put like a stick of rosemary?
No.
What are you doing that for? Are you going to give me cheesecake and then but underneath the cheesecake, you're going to put those little squiggles of whatever the fuck? Why do I want that? Well, I don't care. Just give me the fucking cheesecake.
No, because now you can take your cheesecake and put some chocolate on your cheesecake.
That's
I
why
just
like
want
the
to play
cooking shows,
cheesecake.
the cooking shows drive me nuts because they're like, look how pretty this is. Like, I don't. Like, a lot of people eat with my eyes, but I put that shit in my throat hole, and I'm not wondering like, oh well, I don't know if this looked pretty enough for blah blah blah. No, fuck that. No.
I came to eat.
I came to eat. I came to fill my belly with stuff that tastes good on the way down.
As long as it tastes good, it's good for me.
All right, you want to go to the next one?
Oh, yeah. So the next one is Ghostbusters, and I'm sorry.
Okay, Ghostbusters.
This is a stay.
Yes,
it has to be.
Ghostbusters has to be a stay. You know what? And I have a book here. I'm just gonna write them down.
There you
We're
go.
gonna say it's on both our lists. If there's ever a difference
Of opinion.
of
Yes.
opinion, okay. So I'm gonna put it here, and we both say Ghostbusters because what points do we have on Ghostbusters?
I'm sorry. That cast is
The cast is amazing.
Sigourney Weaver
Bill-
when she first, almost when she first started.
Bill
out.
fucking Murray.
Damn goddamn Aykroyd.
and plus like the iconic lines like, I am the keymaster.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Only Zool. And then like the clay animations of
freaking Stay Puft.
of the Stay Puft and the demons that broke out of the shell, and like Sigourney again, like you said, Sigourney Weaver, and then
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis, yeah,
before he disappeared.
Well, he had good reason.
Yeah,
I like value that dude because he was like, oh, I'm at the top of my career, but my family needs me.
Yeah,
Done.
that's
And he didn't even question it. He did like 4 or 5 rockin' ass movies, top of his career. He could have kept going.
Oh yeah.
And he was just like, all right, well, my family needs me, so tough shit. Bye.
Yeah.
Good for you, buddy. Good for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be damned if anybody talks shit about Rick Moranis.
No, you will
That man
face
is-
my wrath.
Fair enough.
Good sir. Face my wrath. Okay. Pretty in Pink. Did anything stand out for you in Pretty in Pink that really, like, there's nothing in my head that goes,
It's another Judd Apatow.
yeah.
Like, it was okay.
Yeah. It was like,
Yeah.
all right, that was not, I'm not worried about that one.
I mean, honestly, I would probably throw out most of Judd Apatow's stuff.
I mean,
Honestly.
that was the section of life, like the 80s and that was,
Yeah.
I mean, but there's nothing in there that makes me go, oh.
No, because
And I'm
I
sure-
wasn't watching it.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm sure people who are listening to this are probably yelling at their fucking, wait, don't forget about this part. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry,
No.
I was a boy.
No.
There wasn't much Pretty in Pink. Ladies. Get it? Meh. Anyways, we already did E.T.
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Classic.
Raiders of the do they have any other?
I don't think no more indies.
Okay, no more. That's what I was gonna say. No more Indiana Jones. No, fucking all the Indiana Jones. I want them to stay. I'm gonna put everything that I want to stay on my list.
Okay.
And if it goes farther than 5, I'm just gonna have to start making cuts.
Gonna have to do it down.
I'm about to cut it down. But Raiders of the Lost Ark. Kalima. No, that's the wrong
Temple
one.
of Doom.
Wrong one. Temple of Doom. I'm thinking Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
No. Raiders of the Lost Ark was the one Germans and the face melting.
Yeah.
And that was also we were talking about before, like movies that scare the shit out of us. It's always the melting in the face.
Yeah.
Like what was it? Not Den of Wolves. Among the Wolves, or I think is what it's called. where the dude, he goes in and he gets married to a lady. He says, I'm going to go take a shit outside. And he goes outside and does not come back for years. And then he comes back in like nothing happened. And she's remarried, has other kids. And he walks in. He's like, hey, how's it going? And she's like, what the fuck? Like, where have you been? I haven't seen you. And then he rips off his face. And the wolf comes out. And and it's like one of the creepiest fucking animatronics, like for the time.
Is it a fucking werewolf movie?
It's
I've never heard of this.
I want to look at it. Oh, I got this.
No.
It is called The Company of Wolves.
The Company of Wolves.
1984. But the fact that they like their faces are ripped off and like he turns into the wolf and it's like holy shit.
Actually, that's almost accurate in certain werewolf lore.
Well, yeah, where they rip off their skin.
Yeah,
but like,
and there's a wolf underneath.
Yeah, but like when I remember seeing movies like that where they like rip it off and then it's I'm a wolf. No, this was like long drawn out. Him like grabbing chunks of his cheeks and ripping them off, and then suddenly he's like a body with no skin on it, and you can see his eyes, and you can see his teeth. And he's just like a body of muscle, and he's got bone hands. And then suddenly he's like opening his mouth, and a wolf muzzle comes, and it's just like for the time, it's 84, and you look at it and you're like, holy shit! Like that would have made me shit my pants as a child.
That's right.
But unfortunately, like that's one of the ones I missed, and so I just recently found out about it, and I was like, goddamn. Dang! What the fuck? Okay, but Raiders of the Lost Ark. Anything else? I mean, it's fucking Harrison Ford.
Yeah, it's Harrison Ford. I mean, that man is a goddamn legend again.
Is it going on your list?
I would prefer if they had Temple of Doom on here.
Temple of Doom is. I think that one would be better.
I mean,
but they're both really good.
They're both really good.
Yeah, they're both kind of equal in my book.
But Temple of Doom most definitely would be my pick. So
okay.
I'm gonna leave this indie alone.
Okay. All right. So Raiders of the Lost Ark gets going. Oh, all right. Next one.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
It's Patrick Swayze.
It's Patrick Swayze.
Like if they have Roadhouse, if Roadhouse is on here, I'd definitely be like Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Facts. Goddamn facts.
Roadhouse. But what about Dirty Dancing? Like I remember the movies that made us. Have you ever watched that on Netflix?
I still have not.
Oh my god, they have Dirty Dancing on there, and it's like the information that they give you from all these movies that you loved. It just makes you feel like you know them so well after that. They have behind the scenes footage. Like they, the place that they stayed at in Dirty Dancing is now mostly a tourist attraction, but the lake that they were in is dried up.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, and it's fucking insane. But I mean, there's the dance scene, and also the famous quotes like "Nobody puts baby in the corner."
Goddamn
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
You're goddamn right.
Nobody puts baby in the fucking corner. I'm gonna leave that one on the side. I'm not gonna put that one on there just in case because we got three other roads to go down.
Yeah, that's a sideline.
This is an extensive list.
Yeah.
Okay. The Fly.
Good Jesus, Gina Davis and freaking Jeff Goldblum in the same movie.
This is one of those movies that never stood out to me as a child.
Body dysmorphia at its best.
Yeah,
I think.
It's not one that really stands out because honestly, like all I remember very vaguely is Jeff Goldblum using a teleporter of some sort and mixing with the Fly.
Yeah,
and like I don't remember the end. I don't remember the beginning. Like I'm sorry, I remember him halfway moved, and I don't remember details about it for some reason.
Okay, so basically after that teleport thing, with his DNA now spliced with the Flies. Instead of him just having, being like Spider-Man, I can do all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
No, he slowly devolves into a human fly. So, like, he starts growing hair in weird places. He starts getting these boils. He can actually secrete some kind of acid. Like, he broke a dude's hand clean fucking off from the wrist.
Oops.
Yeah.
That's a sad day. I guess he ain't laying around with his shirt open like Jurassic Park.
No.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Until he finally turns into the full-on fly-like creature, and he finally tells Gina Davis, and Gina's like, "Oh shit," and she's got a fucking shotgun, and he's just like, "Yeah, just go ahead and do it.
Just kill me. It's fine."
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's. I think it's an interesting sci-fi flick. It's not the original.
Yeah.
But it even spawned a sequel.
Okay, see, and I haven't even seen the sequel, so
don't even worry about the sequel.
Yeah, done.
Just go back and watch.
Is it titled The Flies?
No, it's about his son that's like the Fly 2. It's literally like the Fly 2 or some shit. It was so terrible.
The maggots.
Yeah.
It's his son.
But yeah, Gina Davis. Whew.
I mean, Gina Davis is always...
Which we have another Gina Davis movie on here too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But we're not getting that right. Okay. The Evil Dead.
Oh, God.
Such a... That single movie spawned.
It spawned fucking...
so many things.
I mean, I remember it's like the first. It's one of the movies. They had the same actor for 1 and 2, and it's the exact same story. They just it's like the first time they tried to make it serious, and then the second one they were like, you know what, it really is mostly funny, and then they just embraced the funny for the second one, and it's like we'll tell the same story, but we'll make it way more goofy,
and then.
And then
everybody's favorite, the Army of Darkness.
This ain't my favorite. Second one. Second one's my favorite. Army of Darkness, meh. Like, I thought it was... It has funny moments. Like, where he opens up the Necronomicon and he's like... There, I said it.
Rata.
There, I said it.
Again, they're trying to take themselves really serious, but they're going over the top on hilarity. And I love that. Yeah. It is so cheesy, but I love it so much.
They got like that new series. And also, he's always working at S-Mart.
Yeah, S-Mart,
funny.
Yes.
Shop Smart. Shop S-Mart. Fucking hysterical. Fucking hysterical. And then, like, and that pretty much launched his fucking career.
Yeah, because him and Sam Raimi have been friends since they were kids.
Well, good for them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm friends with Sam Raimi, too.
I mean, wouldn't that be nice?
Maybe. Is he an asshole?
Oh.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like it.
Well, maybe. Well, that's why we got to try to be friends. Hello, Mr. Raimi.
Yeah. How you doing? We want to be your friends.
Okay, so we're 17 minutes in, and this is the last one in the first guy. Okay, Big. Tom Hanks,
classic.
I'm going to put that on there only because like there's I remember there's the keyboard scene. Mm-hmm. There's a Zoltan, and then there's I mean that was like one of Tom Hanks's big ones, and it was like as a kid watching this, I'm like, yeah, I want to be big
until you realize the struggles of being an adult,
responsibilities.
It was a goddamn trap.
It was a trap.
It was a trap.
Zoltan, he's trying to teach me lessons. Son of a bitch.
I said I wanted to have fun, not learn.
Not learn.
Son of a bitch.
But it's always like they get a job. What was that movie with the kid who wrote $1 million check? And then he like bought a castle and like hired bodyguards, and he had like this huge
literally
castle. yeah. He literally just filled out a blank check and was like, I got $1 million, cool. And he just blew it. And then somehow got away at the end of it, like, well, kids will be kids. Like, the fuck?
That's not a life lesson, sir.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But anyways, so Big, I put that one on mine because Tom Hanks and the keyboard scene.
Oh, yeah.
And just, that's want to be big. All right, next one.
Top Gun.
Maverick. Goose.
That's fair.
But I don't know. I kind of have a bitter taste in my mouth from Tom Cruise.
I'm not gonna say I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan. I like Tom Cruise, but I don't care for military films for some reason. Not all military.
Yeah.
Like I could get down with Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
That's a military film I can get down.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But I'm not talking. I don't want to talk shit about the Air Force. I don't want to talk shit about the Air Force. But this was not my cup of tea. It wasn't really. It really wasn't.
That's okay. Top Gun was okay. I'm not gonna put it in my book either. And then the next one, Back to the Future. That's going on the list.
That's a doable.
That is going on the list. Is that going on yours?
Oh hell yeah!
All right.
Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd.
It spawned a fucking movie.
3 films, cartoons, multiple merchandising and franchising things.
And it still is like it's still strong. Like they're still.
I swear to God, if they were to try to redo that,
I will.
Don't remake.
I will fucking kill you.
If you were to continue.
No need.
Marty McFly went through time a lot of times, and he changed some things.
Yeah.
What if one of those changes led to something?
Yeah, he got a Hummer. He got the big Jeep or whatever. There's a big truck.
Besides him looking old and terrible.
It would be kind of cool to be like, it's the future. Marty McFly's and what's her name's kids, and they find the time machine.
And they fuck something up.
Yeah.
Yes. A misadventure. Unlike Bill and Ted Face the Music. It was not terrible, but it was not great. It was not Bill and Ted because their kids were not great. Anyway, The Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
Ralph Macchio.
Mr. Miyagi. Wazzo.
Pat Morita.
These are classic like ideals. Again, this is something that like I'm gonna put it on my list, but I also don't want to put it on my list.
Like
this is when like
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with all the sequels.
Yeah,
remakes
and the new ones where it's like
the TV show. Apparently, people love the TV show.
Well, I watched the TV show. I went through 2 seasons, the Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
I went through it, and they really should just call it "Everyone Wants to Fuck His Daughter."
Unfortunately,
that is the whole movie. It's like everyone is arguing over his fucking daughter. That feels like most of it. Like, hey, let's fight over her daughter. I'm the former bad boy. Oh yeah, well I'm the good guy trying to stay good. Let's fight. And over his fucking daughter, who's just kind of like the whole time like, I like both of you. Fucking whatever. Karate Kid, you're not going on there. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Empire Strikes Back.
Okay. Okay. See, I like Star Wars, but I'm not like cray Star Wars fan. Like,
put it on the list.
All right. It's going on your list. It's going on your list. But it
Luke
says
loses a hand.
It says Empire Strikes Back.
Father is revealed.
I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna put it on mine too. I'm just gonna put Star Wars because there was a bunch that came out in the 80s, so I'm gonna just assume that they mean the whole franchise. I mean, that makes sense to me.
The Lost Boys.
Yeah. That is another one that I know of. You know, it's the vampires. It's a classic.
It's really good.
Yeah, it was good, but there wasn't anything where I was like, I can't live without this. The soundtrack was really good too. Yeah, I can't live without this one. I'm like, oh, vampires on the beach. Cool. That's how fun. Short Circuit?
It's Johnny Five.
Johnny Five. Yeah,
He's
Johnny
alive.
Five is alive. Yeah. You don't really hear much about Short Circuit anymore. Like,
no, really. And again, but people are constantly making robots that look like Johnny Five.
Yes, with like binocular heads.
Yes.
Yeah. But like you see them, and it kind of makes me think of Virtual Boy. Like the old Virtual Boy shit.
Yeah.
But like Short Circuit was one of those ones that like it stands out in my head, but it's not one that people come back to all the time.
No, because I think the second one kind of ruined it.
Yeah. The second one did kind of ruin it, but I mean, like the design of the robot, I remember seeing that and be like, "This is the coolest shit ever!" Like,
right?
He got treads, he got binocular eyes, he's got all the things. Happy. He's so happy. He's alive, everybody.
Right?
Johnny Five is alive, and then he becomes gold.
Yes, he does become gold.
He becomes gold. Good for you, Johnny Five.
He reached Super Saiyan before anybody else.
Yeah.
With his little laser cannon on his shoulder.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
That's all you, bro.
That's me.
It's got Christopher Lloyd.
It's got Christopher Lloyd. It had the animation combination with the live action.
It was the first. I think it was one of the first movies to actually do that.
I already got 5 on my list, and I know there's going to be more.
Oh.
That's what I said. I'm going to look at all my top ones and then be like, which ones are going? I bet you Big's going to go. Anyway, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, though, that was, again, that was also trauma. So
so they kind of like falls in line with episode 85. Oh, the poor shoe.
Oh,
that
God.
poor shoe in the beginning.
Not even the shoe. The
it's
fucking,
just Christopher
it's just Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
His melting face, like, stop it. It's his red eyes.
Yeah, it's true. It's so fucking weird.
Oh, creepy. Okay, what's that one?
Purple Rain. Now, I will admit, I love Prince, but I have never seen Purple Rain.
Me neither. Next! Yes. Sorry, everybody. Who's going to be mad at us?
Flashdance. Never saw it, but I remember.
I remember the one scene.
Yes.
Chair in the water.
Everybody remembers that one scene. So
okay, so that one, out. Yeah, nothing really kicks in. Beetlejuice.
That's on my list.
That's on. All right.
Gina Davis, Alec Baldwin, Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder. I mean, this was like 80s gold.
Have you seen the ad for the new one coming out? And I love that he's holding up that number that's like your number's up. And it's the one with like the millions of numbers on it. I'm like and they got Michael Keaton
to come back.
Thank you. Please don't fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up, guys.
Well, we got Winona Ryder coming back, and Jennifer Ortega is playing Lydia's daughter.
Okay.
So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. And what the fuck happened?
Oh.
Oh man, I don't give a shit about your creative cloud. You hold your horses. And plus, she still looks good with Stranger. I said shut up.
They don't care. So next movie, The Outsiders. Never seen.
Nope, me neither. Sorry.
16 Candles.
16 candles.
The Judd Apatow. I don't care.
Yeah, sorry, skipping that one too. You can hate on us all the way. You can eat about it.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, this is one of those. It's a classic,
right?
But I don't remember details. I remember, obviously, who the bad guy is.
Janitor killed at a school. In the boiler room.
Yeah, and so he goes in people's dreams.
Kids.
Yeah, he goes in people's dreams. He stabs them in the face.
No, he makes them live the worst fear.
Yeah,
and he kills them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and so it's fucking Freddy Krueger. So he's a classic. But it's also like
there's another classic bad guy on here too.
Yeah, I mean, but there's also like you can do Jason. You can fucking do. There's so many.
Yeah. Put him in the border.
I'm gonna put it on your list. You can mark it out should you want, because like I enjoy scary films now, but as a kid it wasn't really that huge of a deal to me.
No.
Like now it's like, oh, these are fun, but it's not something really big to me.
Okay, so the next two are going to be hard.
Okay, so we got the Goonies.
The Goonies, and I mean, goddamn, Sean
Astin.
Ke Huy Quan. Short Round. Who is now OB on Loki. Ouroboros.
He's short round now. He's tall, skinny.
That's true. I mean,
it doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, he's made a huge resurgence since coming back, and I love that his career's coming back.
Good for him. Good for him.
This is where you see Josh Brolin as a younger man.
Yeah, and then it's the treasure hunt.
Oh yeah,
and the Sloth is just like one of the.
Oh my god!
And
you feel for Sloth.
You feel really for Sloth, and then you get like the belly roll.
Yes,
look at belly roll.
Corey Feldman when he was super young too.
Yeah. Oh man, times. Good times.
Put that on the list.
All right, it's going. All right, Goonies going on the list. I'm not gonna put it on mine only because it's good.
Right.
But there's. Yeah. I could live without it, and the moments from them, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I didn't think of Sloth. Gremlins. Okay.
It's a Christmas classic.
I haven't seen it since I was so young, but there are so many moments in that stand out to me, like the dude with the female gremlin.
Oh, yeah, that was two.
Two? Yeah. And there was a female gremlin. There was the way the balls looked when they came off of Gizmo, and like really the little red car. I remember playing the games when you were Gizmo in the red car.
Okay, so it spawned a sequel. It had a cartoon series, as almost everything
in the 80s did. Yeah.
And recently in Multiverses, you had Spike and not Spike, Stripe and
Gizmo.
Gizmo.
Yeah, and they also it makes me think of old 80s cartoons. Did you ever see James Bond Jr.?
Yes, and it was awesome.
James Bond Jr.
But then they like over extenuated certain things. So like Jaws actually had like a full friggin' metal mechanical jaw. I was like,
look, shit. He's coming through. He's got a job to do while he rescues the girl. James Bond Jr. chases come. Sorry, one of my only talents is memorizing old stupid fucking 80s.
I remember the toy line. The toy line was really good.
I never played with the toy line, but I remember watching the shit out of that show. He's like, the name's Bond. James Bond. Junior.
Fucking Junior.
Okay, we gotta get through this fucking list. Poltergeist.
I think I remember the second one more than I remember the first one.
Yeah, and I remember, I watched the older one recently. And that's the only reason it stands out in my head, because I'm remembering details now, because it was like a few years ago I remember seeing it again.
Okay.
And it was different than when you're watching it as a kid. Like, it wasn't as scary, and they had the like portal in the kid's room, like, come to me, and then they go through the portal and out the other side, and covered in.
Hey, look, we're covered in goo.
Yeah, we're covered in amniotic fluid.
Gross.
But I got my baby.
I
want the TV. And then Heather's.
Christian Slater.
Mm-hmm.
And literally him and a girl committing murder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
It was okay.
It was okay, but it wasn't like...
No, it's not my childhood. I think I didn't see it then. I saw it as an adult. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
My daughter, there's a musical.
Oh my God.
Heather's musical. It's actually not bad. Because one, I mean, honestly, I really like musicals. And, but my oldest daughter is into musicals. And she's like, Dad, listen to the soundtrack with me. Because we listen to like Hamilton and we'll listen to Beetlejuice musical soundtrack. And I like listening to the Book of Mormon because that shit is funny as hell. Yeah, that shit is so funny. Those music. True captain, that's for Jesus. I'm like, thanks, buddy.
Do you have a second to talk about the Lord? Hey, don't run from the Lord.
But yeah, Heather's musical. The music's actually not terrible. Next one.
Weird Science.
No. You skipped Child's Play.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Child's Play. Did you do that intentionally?
No. Was it Brad Dorff?
Was that
Brad
the
Dorff?
one? Okay.
Who does the voice?
No, I'm thinking
Chucky.
Chucky. I'm thinking Chucky. Child's Play was...
No, that's just
is
Chucky.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm thinking the other Child's Play where it was like the one redheaded kid who was a fucking asshole with Alan Rickman, I think, is who the dad was. And he was like... And then they made a second one and he had like a younger sister who was worse than him. He was adopted.
Oh, no.
He wanted to be adopted by Alan Rickman, but he was... What the fuck was that movie called? Because he was just a bad kid. And he was like a little redheaded asshole kid causing hell for his parent. And his parent just was like, I'm going to love you regardless.
Oh.
And then he fucks him up and he's like, I'm going to love you regardless. And then at the end, the kid's like being an asshole the whole time. And he's like, wow, he really does love me regardless. All right, well, I guess I'll be good now.
Oh, no.
That was it.
Not a Bart Simpson moment.
Yeah, essentially. It was a movie Bart Simpson moment.
No.
Anyways, Child's Play. Chucky, that also has like...
I don't remember watching it as a child, but, watching it as an adult, I'm like, yeah, for the time.
For some reason, yeah. For some reason in my head, when I see Child's Play, the first one, I imagine them... I don't know what it was about the scenery, but in my head, it was like they're living underground.
No, this one, Brad Dorff plays a criminal who is tracked down to a toy store, does a crazy voodoo ritual, and they kill him, and his soul enters this doll that is Chucky.
Yeah.
So then, he gets put into a house, and then he starts murdering again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know.
Womp, womp, womp. And then he has sex with other dolls, apparently, at some point.
Later, at some point, once this girl, gives up her human body.
I don't know what the fuck.
Or before. I don't know. Anyway, not going on my list.
Yeah, it's not on the list. Weird Science.
You couldn't make it today. I thought it back then hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Hilarious. But is it going to make it a big enough milestone for me to be like, I keep it on the list?
Yeah, really. I could. No, it's not going to go on the list. Okay.
Childhood trauma at its best.
Yes,
but never-ending story.
Oh, because let me tell you, I did have those tall, creepy toys. The tall, creepy. Oh, what were they called? My boy. Was it My Pal? There was the guy and the girl, and they were like 2.5 foot dolls. They had a boy and a girl, and it was like My Pal, my buddy. Yeah, My Buddy, and then there was
Susie.
Yeah, and I remember having one.
Dude, that's more like Child's Play, bro. No, yeah. the never-ending story was...
I'm not talking about a never-ending story.
Why are you talking about Child's Play? We're off of that.
I was still going.
No.
Okay, Weird Science.
We said we couldn't make that today. I thought we were done with that.
Were we done with it?
Yeah, I thought we were going to the never-ending story.
Well, yeah, we said you couldn't make it today.
Yeah.
But why did it stand out? Because they made titties out of a bunch of magazines.
They literally just made a woman with a computer.
Yeah, and it had to be the perfect woman. And
I'm also
they were
still not understanding that whole concept. How that even made sense?
Would you like to have sex with me? And they were both like, That's essentially it.
They grew. She grew.
Yeah.
So she left. Oh, no.
The end.
Yeah.
That was it. Weird Science. They created a woman because they wanted to fuck her.
But then they also had some weird shit happen. Like they turned the older brother, who was Bill Paxton, turned him into a living turd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, like somebody maybe we need to rewatch that.
Maybe we do.
Yeah. Because I was like, there's a lot of weird shit that's going on here. Why is a computer woman able to turn people into shit?
Yeah.
That talks.
Yeah, I mean, because like first off, they made a person out of just sheets of paper.
Yeah.
And then they also, when they made said person, then it was able to have superpowers.
Matter of fact, why isn't Mannequin on here? I think Mannequin would have been
Mannequin would, yeah, I
would have
remember.
been a better inclusion on this list.
Okay.
Terrible.
All right, never-ending story.
Again,
Atreyu!
No, we're not doing this.
Come on. And then they're like stuck in the wood, and then the girl, I remember that being like the first mind fuck. Like, what's happening? What's going on?
I'm reading a story, and somehow I'm a part of the story without being a part of the story.
And then there's the princess.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's back to the beginning at the end, and you're like, what is happening?
It was a good movie.
Fuck.
Was it Jim Henson? Did the puppetry in there?
And then they also had the dragon. Fucking brain.
I can't think of the name.
Oh shit!
But he was
the furry dragon.
Yeah, he was a Chinese bit dragon.
Yeah,
everybody thought he was a dog. He's
not
a dog.
He looked like a fucking dog. He was a dog dragon.
He does look like a dog.
He was a dog dragon. But that was a good one. That one does have a lot. Like I'm a big fantasy fan, so they had like all the like the rock creature, and he's going through all his shit. But I mean, you could also, there's another one on this list that actually makes me think more when it comes to fantasy.
Fair enough.
I don't think that's gonna go on my list though.
I don't think so either.
Okay, sorry, Neverending Story. I did like you though. Next one, Tron. Nothing really stood out for me.
Really?
I mean, it was like cool motorbikes.
It's the first time that people made that leap of we could be inside computers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't think I heard anything about it until the 90s when they were like, here's a reboot. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh shit, what? This is even better.
This is like a better fucking Tron.
And then they made Tron 2, and I was like, really?
Huh? I mean, I was like, aren't we past this?
Like, but then I was like, oh shit, I love how you've updated everything. It's amazing. Until I saw Jeff Bridges' face, and I was like, y'all could do so much better with the aging.
What are you doing?
Look. Okay, look at Captain Marvel.
I'm not denying it.
And look at how they de-aged Samuel L. Jackson.
And he looked good the whole fucking movie too.
Jeff Daniels got de-aged to create the character of Clue, and I was like, could you redo it?
I mean, but let's see what they did initially to Sonic too.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, right decision to completely redo that whole fucking movie.
Facts. Next on the list is Rocky 4.
Rocky was okay, but it's not something that I'm like, it has to be.
Is that the one with Drogo?
I don't know. I'm just going to say it's the whole series. Like, running up the stairs. That's a classic scene.
Philadelphia, yeah.
Yeah, and I liked that. Now, I cannot remember the details of every movie again, but I do remember at one point he lost, which is a really cool ending at the time when it was like, oh, he's the hero. He's going to fucking win.
Right.
But then at the end of it, like at one of them, he lost. And you're like, cool.
Is this the one?
I don't remember.
I do not want to assume that this is the one where Apollo Creed fought Drogo, got killed, and then Rocky took revenge basically by beating the shit out of Drogo.
Yeah, I cannot remember. Yeah.
So we're just gonna skip that.
Sorry, that was not going on the list. Apologies. Teen Wolf. Okay.
Teen Wolf.
I know of it, but it's not one that's going to go on my list because it's like it had some good moments. And
it's another Michael J. Fox film, and it had a lot of good stuff, and I think it actually spawned the TV show. But
yeah, but it's
sorry,
still
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox, I love you, dude. I really do. Okay,
that's why Back to the Future is
Dark Crystal. Fucking Jim Henson. Like
again, it's all just basically Jim Henson puppetry.
Yeah, it's puppetry, and then like I remember looking up the how they made the creatures walk, like all the puppetry they used to make them. Because this wasn't a time like CG shit.
No.
This was all puppets, practical. They had the bird creatures that like they rip them. They had so much lore in the Dark Crystal. I haven't watched the second one because it's one of those things where like I'm not really all that excited to watch the sequels when I'm like, you're not going to ruin what I love, are you?
Unfortunately, it's possible.
Yeah, and that's why I haven't watched it. Like I don't want to watch it. Don't ruin what I love, please.
You don't want to get let down.
Yeah, I don't want to be let down. Stand By Me. Honestly, I can't place anything. Sorry, anybody who loves Stand By Me. But you can stand by these. Coming to America. Okay, I want to put that one on.
Yeah, I think that's
on yours too.
Yeah.
Okay, Coming to America because it's like so many. The royal penis is clean.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
freaking Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, and freaking Eddie Murphy play multiple characters in this film.
It's not a McDonald's.
It's a McDowell's.
McDougal. Yeah, I'm sorry, McDowell's. And he's like, we don't have the Big Mac.
So it is.
I love New York. Hey, fuck you. Fuck you too.
It's so good, and I wish the sequel had been as good as the first one.
Oh my gosh, that one! Oh man, it's so good. Okay, Blade Runner.
It's again Harrison Ford.
Ford, yeah.
And it's sci-fi, and Daryl Hannah was in it. Rutger Hauer was in it, and I thought it was a pretty good film.
It's not going to go on my list, but
no, because I mean, even the sequel, I don't know if it was good enough to stand on its own legs.
Was it Blade Walker?
No, it was a Blade Runner, but it had it was
Blade running faster
because they weren't sure if the character that Harrison Ford played was real.
You know, I feel like Hollywood really wants Harrison Ford to still be younger because they really keep trying to put him in these action roles, and he's just like, I'll do it, but fuck you.
Just like Samuel L. Jackson. I'm old. I don't want to run.
I don't want to run. And they're like,
here's a running scene.
But can you do the action?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I'm not running anymore.
I'm pretty sure there's a person of a similar build and height to me that can run.
Can I do it in a hover round?
No, not a hover round.
Hover round.
All
Can't remember the commercial. You'd be right there. All right, next one. Lean on Me. Nothing stands out. I'm sorry.
If I'm right, that's the one that was technically written by Stephen King, and it's a actual adaptation of one of his books.
There has not been, except for maybe The Stand. There's not been one Stephen King.
You guys
movie.
want to go see a dead body?
But still.
That's
or like It. Even It. I was like, meh. It's okay.
The movie or the TV movie?
Any. I mean, granted, Tim Curry, you know, like the original.
Yeah, thanks for all my childhood trauma.
Well, yeah, but yeah, scary ass clown in the sewer. I get it, but that still wasn't one that I was like, oh, this is crazy, because for me, I was reading the books,
right?
And so the one that mostly stood out for me is the first one. First thing that got me into Stephen King was Pet Sematary, not the movie, the book.
Okay.
I read that book, and I remember the very end of that book when when his younger son dies. And then, like, you know that he goes and he's burying it in the pet cemetery. And then at the end of it, he's just sitting in his kitchen table, and his son walks in, dressed in his, in his funeral garb, and he's like, "Hello, Father." And he's like, "Hey," like he just knows, because anything that comes out of the cemetery is going to be evil. Yeah, and so his son's there, but he's just like, "Well, at least you're here." But they didn't really go into detail in the book, but it was still like. His son walks in, says something, and you're like, oh, damn. The shit's going to go down.
Terrible.
Shit's going to go down. Anyways.
Final on the list.
Mask. Again, we just discussed this beforehand. I don't remember Mask. I remember Jim Carrey's The Mask.
I mean, yeah.
Somebody stop me.
This was a... This is one of those, like, we're trying to emote, get that emotion out of you with Cher. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I was young. I could care less.
Yeah, sorry, Cher. Oh. Every time I think of Cher, I think of her licking her lips. And then there was an episode of Will and Grace where I can't remember his name, the super gay friend. Yeah. He met Cher, and he thought that she was an impersonator. And he was like, "No, you're doing it wrong. You have to say it like this. You have to say it like this. Mawa. Come on, you're not doing it correctly." And she's just looking at him like. Yeah, that's right. I haven't seen some of these movies on here, but still, I'm talking about Will and Grace. Eat a dick.
All right, so now we have to cut down our list.
So that was our list. All right, so we're looking at the list. We both have the same amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We both have 7. We got to cut 2.
Okay.
All right, so my list. I'll say my list while you're thinking about it. I have Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones, Big. Back to the Future, Star Wars, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Coming to America. Okay, I know who I'm going to cut, and I'm sorry. All right, Big's gone. Sorry, Tom Hanks. And, oh, fuck. All right, Who Framed Roger Rabbit's got to go. I'm sorry. I enjoyed, I thought that they were big. Who Framed Roger Rabbit had the mixture of animation real life, and they had Toon World and all of that shit, and that was super fun. And it was a really great idea. But like, I don't want to get rid of Star Wars. I don't want to get Back to the Future. I don't want to get rid of Indiana Jones or Ghostbusters or Coming to America. These were like movies for me. Yeah. All right. So you, sir, you have Ghostbusters and Coming to America as well.
Yes.
You have Back to the Future.
Yes.
You have Empire Strikes Back, which is the Star Wars essentially. Yeah. Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. And Goonies. All right. So which ones are you cutting, sir? You got to cut 2.
I'm cutting Nightmare on Elm Street. Go ahead and cross that.
All right. Nightmare on Elm Street was gone.
As long as one of us has Back to the Future on the list.
Are you going to cross out Back to the Future? Those has to be your personal list. If I didn't exist, you have to pick one, sir. You can't cross it out because I have it. We don't collectively get to pick them, because if that was the case, then I would have kept my 2 and let you have Ghostbusters and Coming to America.
That's fair. Fuck. Oh, this is so terrible.
What you gonna do, sir? What you gonna do? Are you gonna cut Goonies? Are you gonna cut Beetlejuice?
I have looked at Goonies and I was like,
no.
But I love that movie. That's a rewatch.
And it's a good one, but
all right.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna cut Goonies? Beetlejuice?
No. I'm gonna get rid of Coming to America.
What?
Harlem Nights.
Fuck you too.
Harlem Nights was better than Coming to America, and it's not even on this list because it was back in it was either early '80s or late '70s.
Oh my god. Okay. So our final list: I have Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, Star Wars, and Coming to America.
Yes.
Jay's list: you have Ghostbusters.
Yes.
You got the Back to the Future.
Facts.
You got Star Wars.
Uh-huh.
You got the Beetlejuice.
Heck yeah.
And you got the Goonies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can live with that.
All right. So you heard this list. We're probably going to post. Is there anything else you want to say about this list? Because like I said, I knew this could take us some time. I knew we could dig through this.
This was going to be a hard list no matter how we went through it.
Mm-hmm.
So to all the ones that we didn't pick, we talked highly of.
That we knew.
Would have loved to have you on the list, but hey, it's fine.
Look, is it of these movies that we haven't seen, which one do you think, anyone listening to us, we should listen to?
Oh yeah.
Let us know. Like, email us.
Mask.
Comment. Yeah. Let us know which one you think that
by me
we kind Outsiders. Of... The ones that we passed by.
Yeah.
Which one stood out to you as like, this motherfucker?
Yeah.
They better go watch this shit. And we'll do an episode on it. Fuck it.
Oh yeah. We'll do it.
We'll do an episode on Heathers or something. I don't know. Yeah, Mask. I don't fucking care.
I can watch Heathers.
Okay, but yes, that's exactly it. So that's the episode. We're gonna post it on there, so you can tell us what you would have picked as your top 5.
Oh yeah,
let us know what you think. Are you sure? Is there nothing else? I feel like I'm missing something.
Don't forget to find us at the KJNA podcast.
Rate and review us.
Yeah.
Well.
Find us on any podcast outlet you can find.
Yeah.
Give us a 5-star. If you're a podcast, let us know. We'll hit you back up at the same
place. Yeah, because we are really having fun with this guesting shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
You can also find us on, as well as, like you said, X. And I haven't been on Twitter so long. When I downloaded it, I was like, what's this X? Like, I knew it was called X, but I was like, did they really go this far and actually change it?
Yeah, they did. There's no more bird.
Fuck you, Elon. Anyways.
So find us on Facebook. Find us on Instagram. Find us on Twitter, Threads, TikTok. Email us at kjnapodcast@gmail.com.
You can find us at patreon.com/kjnapodcast. If you decide you want to have some extra content, maybe there's some more stuff you want to find on there. We're going to be improving it soon. We're also hopefully going to be updating our music.
Yes.
Just because, like, we're almost hitting 100 episodes. We've been sticking with the same one the whole time.
Yep.
We're talking about, if things continue going well, making a second podcast. You let us know what you would like to hear from us.
Facts.
We don't want to make just a copy of this one where we just bullshit. So there has to be some uniformity in the second one. Because we'll just bullshit the whole time.
Yeah, we love tangents.
Yes.
And tangerines.
Man, what if they have like a tangerine crown? Whiskey.
Summer.
What would that be?
Summer? Spring?
Summer? That's a summer thing.
Yeah.
That's going to be a summer thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything else that you would like to say?
Thank you to everybody who's listened to us, left us a rating, and who stops by and says hi to us on Twitter and wherever else.
Yeah, and thank you everybody for all the other podcasts who listen to us, and thank you for we're listening to you as well. And we appreciate all your time and your ratings and your reviews and kind words. We love you.
Good night, folks.